Richard was a successful entrepreneur in the upper Midwest of the United States. He broke away from a family business, started his own business. Smart guy. He had a chain of, started off as music stores and kind of expanded into electronics, TV, stereo, stuff like that. He built his chain into, he had 8 or 10 stores. The guy's doing really good. Took him a while to figure out how to be profitable, but over time he had it. The model was working. He's making money. Life is cool. Change came along and turned this guy's world upside down, not unlike what you guys are experiencing now. But this was a literal change that literally turned his world upside down because a tornado came through this guy's town, came through Richard's town, damaged his largest, most profitable store, damaged a lot of his inventory. Now this dude is in trouble. His business could be going out of business if he doesn't manage this thing correctly. How he responded summarizes everything I want to share with you guys this morning. Because here's what Richard did. Richard pulled his people around a table and he said, folks, we've got a tremendous opportunity here. Now stop and think about that. There's your largest store. It's a pile of rubble. And you know, a bunch of your inventory is damaged. And this guy's saying they have a tremendous opportunity. So the people must have said, Richard, what are you talking about? Where's our opportunity? He goes, well, this tornado is allowing us to do something that we could never do before. And they're like, Richard, what are you talking about, man? Richard says, hey, we can have a tornado sale. We couldn't do that before because there was no tornado, but now we've had a tornado, we can have a tornado sale. And I bet people said, Richard, what's a tornado sale? And I bet Richard said, I don't know. We've never had one before, but together we're going to figure it out. So here's what they figured out. They said, we're going to take all of our damaged inventory, we're going to fix it up as best we can. We're going to have to discount it because it's been in a tornado. Somebody must have said, but Richard, we can't let people in the store. It's too dangerous. It's too messed up. Somebody else must have said, well, the warehouse is still standing. Just let people go in the warehouse. Pick the stuff off the shelves. Why not? And then they took a risk. You cannot get through the kind of change you're facing without taking some level of risk. Well, their risk was they took their advertising budget for the rest of the year, the entire budget for the rest of the year, and they plowed it into one sale. And they just plastered their town with signs and billboards and placards, tornado sale, high-end electronics at a discount. Now, the day of the sale comes, Richard looks out in his parking lot, and what do you suppose he sees? This is my question I use to sort of gauge the mindset of my audience. Because I usually get one of two responses. Either a long line of cars, which I go, good. Or then my cynics, I get another tornado. Happily, it was a long line of cars. Turned out to be the most successful sale in the history of the company. Matter of fact, the sale was so successful, they said, you know what, hey, why are we doing this every year? Even if we don't have a tornado, we'll have a tornado sale every year. So they repeated it a couple of years. Every year is the most successful sale of the company. Richard's not a dummy. He said, you know what? Just because the way we've been doing business up till now has worked, doesn't mean there's not a better way. And so they permanently changed their business model after a couple of years from selling, traditional store, high-end, products, margins, to a discounted, permanently discounted warehouse model. They had 8 or 10 stores. The chain is still around today. The chain today has well over 1,300 stores, 8 to 10 to 1,300, not bad growth, all over the globe. And the name of the chain is Best Buy. You could say that Best Buy got its start because of this tornado, but more importantly, how Richard Schultz and his team chose to respond to the tornado. Well, guess what? You guys got your own virtual tornado right now, don't you? The Obama administration is coming in, and they're going to regulate out the wazoo on you guys. And oh my God.